Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. This is Dark Side. Um, First, I want to say, guys, thank you for really supporting my channel. To me, it's meant a lot to me, and I've only been doing this for like 3 weeks. But what I wanted to do today was give you a little bit of insight for beginners to intermediate players. Pros, you guys know what to do. But what I wanted to do was talk about who to rank and who is the best to rank right now in 2018. So let's get to it here. If you guys have a blade, that's a definite, hands down, awesome player. Mine is R5. Killer bleeds. Specials are awesome. Unlimited regen. So definitely there has to be duped. Awesome for Alliance War and Alliance Quest. Not so good for Alliance War defense. Magic could play both positions, offense and defense. She also plays offense very, very well because nowadays everyone's bringing in Blade, bringing in other characters like Voodoo that kind of nullifies, stop her limbo, but she's still very deadly, especially on a nice power gain node. But she is one that is the must. She has awesome power lock, kills Hyperion on map 6. He's one of the mini bosses. That's a definite that has to be duped. Ultron, 5-star, R4. Make sure he is duped, or he could be unduped. He could play either way. The dupe just helps you absorb that energy blasts, but he hits hard. He stacks multiple bleeds. He'll stun you. I mean, this guy does regen starting at 50% and goes up to 75. Or if you get all the way down to below 25%, it'll regen to 50, and then it'll regen again to 75, and that's once per fight. So trust me, I do not use any potions in map 6, and my alliance mates could tell you. It's not because I'm the best at what I am, it's because Ultron has just a really powerful hit and just an awesome regen. Gwenpool, Ultron could also be used for Alliance War defense and offense. So he's both, all depending on what you need going forward in this game. But this update will show you and tell you about these characters not in depth, but just a really quick overview. Gwenpool is a champ that is just killer when she is awakened. She'll stun your opponent from time to time. She stacks bleeds. She just lowers their abilities. She is a complete monster. I have fought Electro in Section 2 of Map 5. Or, that's when I bring Gwenpool. She is also great for prestige purposes. She's mainly defensive. She's not very good offensively. Defensively, she's mainly good for offense. Nightcrawler. I gotta say, and if you haven't seen my video, take a look at one of my videos that I made a few days ago. That is my R4 Nightcrawler. Again, could play both positions. What I like about him is he could be either awakened or unawakened. He hits hard, cuts through you, uses that deep wounds. Mine is max 5 for deep wounds because I have Blade, because I have Nightcrawler, Gwenpool, all these champs. And he is somebody that when awakened he hits even harder, but he is easy to switch back into swashbuckling mode. But he is a special champ that could be used for either one, Alliance War defense or offense. Star-Lord, everybody knows him. The more hits you get out, the higher the damage output. He definitely has to be awakened. A lot of people have Star-Lord that is unawakened, 5-star, and it's really not worth ranking him up to R4 if you have him in 5-star unless he's duped, because it just doesn't do the damage that he is meant to do. Medusa, both for offense and defense. Star-Lord is specifically for offense. Some people just use them on defense for diversity purposes. Medusa could be used for both offense and defense. Excellent player, hits hard, stacks furies. When she has Black Bolt and Karnak, that Inhuman family synergy that is made is just Absolutely awesome. That is somebody you definitely want to take up. And it's, again, always best to awaken with her. Archangel, everybody knows he's a god tier. Gotta awaken him. He kills you with his poisons and bleeds. Mainly offensive champ. I have not seen him much on defense. Spidey Stark, top players from the game. Probably one of the top 5 players who I would say I love his special evades. I like that you could poise up to 10 poises, which means you could evade 10 times, and it creates, like, his hit gets harder, and it just makes him a better champ. He does both, actually. I've seen him in Alliance War offense and defense. I played him in Alliance War defense, and for me, I think it's fairly easy, but I bring my best. I always bring my blade with me, so there's not many champs. Actually, there isn't any champs right now that are compete with blade. So going down the list, Dr. Voodoo. This guy is a monster when it comes to when he's awakened. Definitely take him to R4. He, with his special 2 guys, he will shred your energies, your opponent's energy. So if you're taking to Alliance War or Alliance Quest, and they have they're on a power gain node, and he will take that away from them. He also, gets him with his special 1 as well. But that is somebody that you definitely want to take up. Quake for me is a good champ. There's a lot of people that have her, and they have her as a 5-star, and that's like one of the only choices. Then at that point, I definitely agree taking her up to R4, because she does cause massive damage. Her block proficiency makes her really nice. Basically, more for offense, just like Dr. Voodoo. And I just like the nice little added bonus that they added to her in the last update that we had. Thor Ragnarok, guys, he takes a little bit of work. But he's somebody that once you implement, he's got to be awakened. I've seen him on offense, on defense. He works okay. He works better he works okay on defense. He works better on offense. Once he hits you with that special 3, and Thor Ragnarok gets all electric and excited, and I feel like he can rip your head off, but he doesn't. But once you do that, he starts creating massive damage. So if you got him in 4-star and 5-star, he's just one of the monsters. If I'm not mistaken, a 565 R5 Thor Ragnarok is one of the highest prestige out there. I personally liked Blade a lot more. I don't have a 5-star Thor Ragnarok, but that's just somebody that I got in one of the special offers that they had once. All right, classic Spider-Man's definitely got to be duped. They are utilized well in Alliance Wars. It depends, again, what level of Alliance War you're going into. They both play, and I've used them both in offense and defense. Mine get utilized more in defense because I have enough offensive people, and they do good. They do great. I have duped them several times both, and they're both great champs. All right, Hyperion. Everybody knows Hyperion. Poison immune, does regen. Not a crazy regen, but he does a regen. This guy here, he'll be one of my R4s pretty soon. He's just a complete monster, but again, has to be awakened. And he does well on defense, and he could also play offense. So that's one of the big things there. Black Panther is one of the most underrated bleed champs. He is this, well, I like to say 3rd now, because first was Gwenpool. Now we got Blade, Gwenpool, and then Black Panther would be the 3rd best bleed champ. Must be awakened. If you got him in 5-star, take him to R4 if you don't have any other choices. I had him at R4, but I ranked him down to take up Gwenpool because Gwenpool was better with bleed, had better abilities, and also had better prestige. We have Winter Soldier, guys. This for me is something that if you don't know, he is a great champ with his power drains, with his incinerate. That's his special ones, or a special one, or a special two. His bleeds. He's a great champ overall. If you don't have if you don't have another choice in your roster, because what I've come to realize is there's a lot of people in the MCOC community that struggle with the 5-star champs that they have. Well, it's good that you have somebody like me that could help you along and rank up these champs, because these champs are not God tier, but they're still great champs that'll help you out with Alliance Quest, Alliance War. He is mainly offensive, and so was Black Panther. He was offensive. So let's see here. Some people use Iron Man. He's got to be duped, obviously, just like Winter Soldier or Black Panther, but he has good regen. I never liked him a lot because he doesn't hit that hard, and he doesn't do that well. He does okay. He does okay on defense too, so he's just one of those. And then right now, Dormammu is unawakened. I have an awakening gem. I don't know if I'm going to use it on him or not, or just hold it for a while, because people are getting more and more used to him. But he's one that definitely has to be awakened, just like Yellow Jacket, and both of them could actually be used for offense and defense in Alliance War. Yellow Jacket I like because of his stings, and he has really good power hits. These are just some of the champs that are like underrated, like Yellow Jacket or like Winter Soldier or like Black Panther. The Hulk, I feel some people are not aware that he is so massively strong. He takes hits. I've seen a R4 awakened Hulk, and he could be used both for offense and defense. I've seen a awakened R4 Hulk do a special 2 and land about 50k of damage, and that's massive. That'll take out anybody. I don't care who you are or what you do. Let's see, going down the line. Loki, guys, I gotta say, another very undervalued champ. We all saw what he could do with Ultron and Act 5.4.6. He tore him up. So he does the same thing with any other champ he fights. He steals their buff and uses it against them. And I think that is impressive. I think that is awesome, especially if you're fighting some of these regen champs. I'm not saying go ahead and R4 him, but if your choices are limited, he's also good with Prestige, and he also has some pretty good specials. Nebula. What you got to know about Nebula is how to fight and how to use her properly. If you hold the back button, and it's blocking basically, let it charge up to 10, 11, 12, and then hit the other guy, hit the opponent a couple times, and then do a parry. Well, that will amount to 10 or 11 shock effects. And the one I did earlier today, it took out about 500 health per shock. So it was like per tick while I was still hitting him, and he died very, very quickly. So again, another very underrated champ. You gotta look out for her. She's good. She is really good. I have a good teammate of mine. He R4'd her, and he needs to dupe her. But she does a lot of massive damage. So read up on her. Another undervalued champ. And going back to Loki would be good for Alliance Quest, not much for Alliance War. Nebula, kind of the same thing. The Hulk, Alliance War, offense and defense. Rocket Raccoon, I have seen people use him. And I have seen people do his special too. It does about 30 to 40 to 50k in damage, and he has to be duped. I know he doesn't take a lot of hits, but he is another underrated champ that is good. He is very, very good at what he does. Let's see who else here. Psylocke. Psylocke is somebody I wish I had as a 5-star. She's cool. She fights good. She just does well. That power drain special one, it just kicks butt. It does the best at that anyone could ask for if you don't have a good power drain champ. Because here's the thing, guys: when you're playing Marvel Contest of Champions, you want to have a bleed champ, a power lock champ. You want to have somebody that has regen, and you want to have somebody that's immune to poisons and bleeds. So you want to make sure to check these things off your list. See, because when I go to Alliance Quest for Map 6, I bring my Ultron, I bring my Blade, both of those regen, and then I bring my Magic. I bring my Magic because I use Magic to kill Hyperion when I can. Because any one of my other Alliance mates can, but sometimes they're just busy or not on or whatever, and me, well, I'm always on. But that's the things that you want to look into when you're looking to rank up some champs, see what the right decisions are for you. And what I'm telling you right now is the right thing. I've been playing this game for almost 3 years. I know the ins and outs of what this is. I was debating on making a video like this, but I was like, you know, some people put like top this and top that. I just like to go through the list of my champs. I have almost all the champs. I wish I had like a Doc Ock. His special 2 is incredible. He has the power lock going. Yondu is another one that's very underrated. His special 1, his special 2 is powerful. Both have to be duped, and both could be used for offense and defensive purposes. And they're just really awesome special champs that, you know, if you're not used to fighting them, they're gonna kill you. You know, it's over. It's kind of basically like Angela. People don't know a lot about Angela. She does regen. She's a great cosmic fighter. She's Thor's sister, of course, but she's powerful. She has some good special 1s and 2s. It was another guy that I watch on YouTube, and yeah, I also watch everyone else on YouTube because that's why I learned about the game and kind of learned, you know, the whole purpose. But she has to be awakened. She's mainly offensive, just like Psylocke. She's offensive, and she's just somebody that's really, really awesome if you get the chance. And if you have her in 5-star, definitely rank her up. She is definitely worth it. Ghost Rider, everyone knows about him. Has the regen, poison, bleed immune, great specials. Has the Trinity going on with Spidey, Stark, and Blade, and Dormammu. And it's just a good, amazing champ. Let's see here who. MODOK, guys, I gotta be surprised. I mean, I am a little surprised with MODOK. He's actually very good at defense, and he actually does very well. And I was a little surprised about it. But some of my teammates are getting more used to him. Other people struggle with him a lot. But he is somebody that people are taking up to R4 as a 5-star. But has to be duped. Has some great abilities. Not so well on offense, but is good on defense. Just like Angela, just mainly for offensive purposes. And I think some people forget about X-23. She actually, for me, I feel like she stacks more bleeds than Wolverine, but she doesn't have the regen like Wolverine does. She is powerful. It's better for her to be duped. She doesn't necessarily have to be. It's kind of like Gwenpool, but it's just better. It does more massive damage and her stacks of bleed, and she's a very offensive character. Blade, guys, is a monster if you got her. Not Blade, Rogue is just a monster. I have a lot of friends that have her at R4. Her life steals. You'll never need a potion when you got her. She could be used for both offense and defense. And people use her for map 6 all the time, and she does great. I mean, her special 1, it's a special 1, you know, lifesteal, and I think it does about 2k of health back per special 1, so that's pretty massive. I've heard good things about Luke Cage and the Red Hulk coming out, so keep an eye out for more videos. Keep an eye out for the changes. I would definitely make a video on both and definitely give my opinions, but everyone's saying that they look good and they're going to be good champs. So again, keep an eye out for them. Don't ever disregard any champ. Um, keep an eye out with my channel, and I'll be here to guide you to get to these better top tier champs. And you don't necessarily always just have to pull Blade or Medusa or Void, Iceman, Archangel. That's kind of all I hear in these chats, and you don't have to do that, guys. I mean, I one of my first champs was Ultron, and he was like, I think he was R3 for a while ago, and then now he's way up there, man. I mean, he's got 150 some stones into him. His prestige is like 7,000, and he's one of the best characters out there. And more people are realizing it because, we all like the 4-star, but this guy here really hits hard. I mean, he hits hard. He don't play around. I kill Abomination in Section 2 and Section 3 of Map 5 when we do that. So it's just something that you got to try it out, see how it goes, and work it out. Vulture is also somebody that's underrated. Great specials, nice maneuvers, good on defense, good on offense, mainly defensive purposes. Iceman, mainly defensive purposes. If you didn't know, and if you're fighting the Alliance War and you see like a Nightcrawler or like a Spider-Man, he'll stop their actual, like, he will not prevent 100%, but it'll be like he'll kind of shut it down. He'll shut down their evades and their Spidey ways, the way they act and stuff. So they're both great champs. Both have to be duped. Iceman, I know not necessarily, but it's always better to be duped. He's not like a Star-Lord or anything. But anyways, both could be used for offense and defensive purposes. Let's see who we got next. Juggernaut, great champ still, does damage and defense. Strictly defensive champ in my opinion. Hawkeye, another one, very underrated champ. This guy here does great. His special one makes you bleed, and it power drains 1 power bar. That's awesome. That's every special one. So that's a special champ. That's a good, nice champ. Yondu I talked about. Hood I like. He used to be utilized better in the old war system, but now people figured him out pretty good. But I still like the way he fights. He hits hard, and I like his electroshock. But that's just my opinion. Let's see. Yeah, I can't say much about Sentry or Void. I got them the other days, 3 stars. They're too new. I haven't even played around with them. I haven't even ranked them up yet, which I gotta do. So, but anyways, guys, that's gonna be it for this video here. I really hope you enjoyed it. Hopefully, it gave you more of an insight of what's going on and what champs you need to look into more, rank up more, and really pay more attention. I mean, there's a lot of great champs out there. Don't just focus on, I want to get a god tier champ, or I want to get this and that. You know what, man? I mean, everybody has special champs. Mephisto, he's a great champ I don't have. He's awesome. He's good. I mean, he is got the regen. He has the specials. Gosh, I remember giving tips to a friend of mine about Mephisto, and he's a wonderful champ, man. I like him a lot, and he's another one. He could be used offensively and defensively. Let's see here. Sentry, like I said, I haven't played a lot with him. A lot of people don't like him because he's not like super strong like everyone was expecting. Void, Brian Grant, kudos, man. That video you made about him, I could tell you took a lot of care and time with it, and I thought that was great, man. I have a chat room in my line, and I shared that video, and it really changed and opened people's mind and eyes of what that champ is possible potential, and I appreciate that, and that's kind of why I wanted to do this video now, because I'm like, I hear all the time, who do I rank next, or what if I pull this and that. So hopefully this video, guys, will help you out a little more in detail of what my thoughts are on these champs going forward. And see, I'm at streak 45, and this is my grinding. I'm at 2.1, so by tomorrow I'll be right at 4 million. And it's basically because I have 36 5-star champs, so that makes a huge dent. But I'm gonna work on my 4 stars. I'm gonna work on them when I get a chance. So if you didn't see my last video, I have a big stash of T4 CCs, map 5 crystals, map 6 crystals, shards. I got all kinds of stuff I need to open up, but I need to get more gold because I'm always ranking people up. So anyways, guys, that's it for this video. I know I kept on talking. This is Darkside signing out. If you enjoyed the video and want to see more content, hit the like and subscribe. If you subscribe now, it'll notify you every time that I have a new video coming out, and I have new stuff coming out all the time. And this is real live stuff. I spend money. I'm not on a free-to-play account. I'm a normal person like anyone else, but I give you the truth and the honesty. I don't do any fluff. I don't do any special, things. I can't live stream yet because I need to get a better computer, but I'm doing the best I can with my videos, and my channel is growing very fast for the 3 weeks that I've been on. And I want to say thank you guys for following and listening to some of the things that I said. There aren't many things in this world that I know how to do well, and this is one of them. Marvel Contest of Champions, I could do well as long as it's working properly. So anyways, have a good night. Thank you very much. Everyone take care. Please hit that like and subscribe button. And this is Darkside signing out.